March 11, 2011. The great earthquake and tsunami that engulfed eastern Japan threw the world into shock and suffering. Many lives were lost, and people that were left behind were left with great pain and suffering. Many people came together amidst the darkness to find a light of hope.
Buddhism means this very ignorant mind, full of destructive emotion, that completely purified. Our basic nature of our mind is pure. That subtle mind becoming Buddha's mind, enlightened mind. Korean sort of shedding.
BTN stands in the forefront as we exclusively film His Holiness the Dalai Lama's special 49th Day Prayer Dharma service. BTN conveys His Holiness's message of hope for all who are living in fear and suffering. April 28, 2011, BTN CEO Bonil Koo and the BTN film crew left Korea to film the 49th Day Prayer Dharma service for the Eastern Japan earthquake and tsunami victims. After the 49th Day Prayer service, BTN was granted exclusive interview with His Holiness. This special interview was only granted to BTN by the Liaison Office of His Holiness. Tokyo, Japan. On the streets of Tokyo, heading to Gokokuji Temple, where the special service will be held. At the Gokokuji Temple, which name connotes the temple that protects the country, many people gather to pray with His Holiness. Even though some time has passed since this tragic event, the Japanese people are still living with great suffering and fear. Plus, many people from all different parts of Japan and the world came together along with the Buddhist community and monastic from all different sects of Buddhism. The great earthquake that shook Japan not only put the Japanese people in great suffering, but shocked the world. Many people joined the 49th Day Prayer as they transcended differences in race and nations and came together to share the pain with the survivors and all those affected by this disaster. Following His Holiness's guiding principles of compassion, the Tibetan community in Japan has been holding special Dharma services from March 26 at the Gokokuji Temple.
もともと出身が福島県で、原発のすぐ近くに住んでいた人で、そのご両親がもうそこから出ていかなくてはならなくなって避難生活をしていたりですとか、あとはそうですね、私のいとこがやっぱり仙台にいて、今避難所で暮らしているという話は聞いて、元気でやってはいるようなんですけれども、やっぱり法皇様が本当は日本にこういったことをする予定ではなかったけれども、トランジットの合間を縫って日本のためにわざわざ時間を作ってくださって、こうして私たちのために一緒に祈ってくださるっていうことが本当に嬉しかったです。
3月に1回、チベットの方々集まって、ね、法要をしたんですよ。その折に四十九日の時にもダライラマ法皇外科が来て ご口に見えて、で法要をしたいというお話があってね、それならもうぜひおいでいただきたいということで、お受けしたわけなの。そういう理由があるんですよね。
While thousands of people gathered at the Dharma Hall, international press assembled at the temple office for an official press conference with His Holiness. His Holiness gives out a relaxing vibe with his warm smile and gentle laughter as he softly jokes around with the international press.
Actually, my question...
Not much time. Huh?
His Holiness, I'm very
Now
sorry.
wait.
Okay,
Now third point.
You mentioned the British royal family.
Oh.
As you know, Prince William and Kate Middleton are getting married today.
Oh, you're from England, is it? So, England, Great Britain, not belong to royal family.
His Holiness is revered by many people across the globe with his message for compassion and peace.
Big hypocrisy.
The 49th day prayer Dharma service begins as His Holiness enters the premises with several Tibetan monastics. Many people smile and feel content to be able to be close by. His Holiness holds the abbot's hand tightly as he walks into the Dharma hall. His Holiness conveys his message of peace and happiness with his whole body as he prostrates to the statue of the Buddha.
This 日本で今年の3月で大変な地震がありまして、その後津波、そして原発の問題、そういう不安の中でたくさんの方々を亡くなりまして、そしてその震災の次の日にダライ・ラマ法は大変ニュースを聞きまして、ご心配になりまして、そして法がすぐ翌日にダラムサラでチベットのお坊さん、アマさん、それからダラムサラに住んでいる民間人を集まって、般若心経10万回を活動を行いました。そうすることによって地震で亡くなった方々のためにはもちろんこれからの再開も防ぐためにこの般若心経となるのは大変大切ですということを法様のお考えのもとで、そして翌日に日本の総理大臣宛てにも手紙を送っていただいて、そして法ご自身の気持ちを表すためにニューヨークにある法の財団からご寄付と、それから私たち日本での在日チベット人たちの気持ち、それからダラムサラでのチベット人たちの気持ちを合わせて私たちが日赤の方にお渡しに参りました。その足でダライ・ラマ法の方針に沿って、そして護国寺で3月26日に法要を行いました。その時法要終わったら、じゃあ今度49日もここで行いたいという気持ちがありまして、そしてその後49日の日を計算しましたら、ちょうど29日に当たってましたので、私たちチベット人は49日というのは非常に大切にするんですね。でこれを法様をはじめ、それから日本の護国人のご官数様、曹洞宗の鶴見総持寺のご官数様、それから世田谷学校の校長、皆さん宗派を超えた総理の会の大勢今日いらっしゃってます。般若心経、その他のお経を用意いたしておりますので、どうぞご一緒に心を込めて祈りをに皆さん取り組んでいただきます。どうぞ以上をもちまして、本当に今日はありがとうございます。どうも。
道内を あるいは同内外をうずめておられます大勢の皆々様の、心を込めての願い、心を込めての祈り、これが、万葉に上る亡くなった方々の震災の犠牲者の方々の御霊に強く響いたことと存じている次第でございます。さらにはまた、今なお被災地でもって、避難生活を続けておられる多くの方々にも大きな力を与えていただけたんじゃないかと思っている次第でございます。当たる法要につきまして、ダライラマ法王お同士のもとにチベットのお坊様方、また宗派を超えてチベットあるいはダライラマ法王を応援している僧侶の方々のご意向が、いただきましたことを心から御礼申し上げる次第でございます。この願いがすべての方々に届く、そしてまた、ダライラマ法王をはじめこのチベットのお坊様方のご健勝ご活躍を心から記念申し上げ、そしてまた同内外をうずめて尽くしております皆々様にも登山主といたしまして心から感謝申し上げまして、ご挨拶に変えて次第でございます。本日は誠にありがとうございました。
After hearing the news about the crisis in Japan, His Holiness recited the Heart Sutra 100,000 times for the victims and all those affected by the Eastern Japan earthquake. His Holiness continues to recite the Heart Sutra at the 49th day prayer service.
3月11日の午後2時40分でございますが、東日本の大災害、大震災で震災に遭われた方々がたくさんおられます。その今日が七一四十九日ということで、ラマ法皇様にお出まし願いまして、ただいま追悼の法要をいたしました。大変ありがたいことと思って、我々宗教員としても感謝を申し上げております。次にラマ法皇様には大変お忙しい中をこの地でただいまご祈祷をしていただき、さらにはこれからご法をいただけるということで、ラマ法皇のご心情を心ゆくまで皆さんお受け取り願いまして、ご法皇様の 発体健吾をお祈りいたしたいと思います。さらにはこのご高遊さんで、大変会場をいただきまして、これだけのたくさんの人々と一緒に平和の祈願ができるということを大変ありがたく思っております。一つ最後まで法皇様のお話を伺って我々の尊い心の糧にしたい、こんなふうに思っております。どうもありがとうございました。
日本迷茫集团发展的深沟的出路的，按照对这个老港的这个是土壤的，但对这个建安首先不凶险，但没么过去大众性不的，大众性不做，但能会做他的下来，在这这里的日本的迷茫集团。하버 태아가다 뇌스심부 포화되게 다다쁘게 이 콩도 취되게 사물어리야 엔터리 동심 냠기 첨지시고요. 그래서 다들 내주디 중세 단 저물링 선주 상면을 턴되게 하래. 아이들 선주 또 거보다 아카 삼바지 직섬리야. 다시 사실 가봐 주네. 매상모 동네 면대부터 대원도 시다래. 된대식 와리야 아니 중에 땡에들 차이도 사네. 다 쉽지게 그게 뭐지고 용야. 엔드 쟁이 로한기 지 그게 도란체 용도 사네. 다들 제가 아주 미스가 소리지. 된대 강에 차이도 사네. 지다 섬리야 남자 려요. 애는 일본 사샤나 처신은 안 배운 거리. 니네 나라 개근거는 사샤네. 다 뭐시 trouble 뭔고요. 그래서 인도산에 다 되는지 땡에 중사스들도 말에 섬리야 지 마대어로 샤슉슉충 아니 상당히 시작해요 말에 다 놀람 되야지. 아니 말도 사제베다 쳐버지다. 애니네 일본 쳐버지 싫으니 무슨 되야래. 나도 쳐버지 싫으니 무슨 되야래. 그래서 땡에는 연배 그돌이야. 싫으니 무슨 돼야지. 말한저 다 최소다 샤든시아 찍기 싫은 분들 샤대야래. 어디 인도산에 아니 그게 다른 사람급대 어디 그래 타일랜드 봐. 타이 부디스 그룹들이야. 네 현지시 대디에 아니 그때지 뒤니지. 내가 상황을 투문 아니 싫은 무슨 야오레스. 엔테밍게 아다 간테 자가가 서그 아주 벽이 그런가 사물어리야 싫으니고 송제 다 싫으니고 뭔디지 영야지 사물로 누구시지도 세비 애는 알아 개근거네 다디 지 땡에 중대에서 사실 다 간다 롱버디나리아 지 말이 축시자 로스트로잖아 삼 샤나가 자가가 말이 다미 삼년 로단리아 지 강에 채 동해 채가 그돌이야 저부지 투제 애한지 다시 그게 저부 선소를 shum이나 야선을 팽이도 와 그런 말을 사시네 시락 강에 채가 그돌로 양 저부지 연체 단티 심대시라 마시슬로 있는 팽이도 와 자들이 인도 장소에 미치버려 봐 자들이 인도 나도 뭐시면 먹고 옆에 있는데 나 축시 대신 로토나 이 선소를 치트야지 다 연구를 했었네 다 그거지 나 아메리칸도 하지 그 최시된 캐디아리 아메리카 로스앤젤레스네 내디 프로그램 고추요 엔스한테 일본군 신샤나 엔데 그 뜻이 뒤니체니 더 저부수지 도야 그거 준 거야리 엔데 니만이 다 가서체 더리체 니만 단이 하람 강상 소리지 근데 일본 교주시다 엔 저부터 지제 엔데 면함시 depu나 삼 다 더리디 드버리 나 하장 가오충 엔다 말한저 최버성근의 셰베이나 라버 상제베 최병근의 셰베이나 갱의 초수 줄사지 갱의 청주람도 줄사 된데기 다 냠는 시야요래 자 된데 인도 다 갱행되니 중사를 해. 다들 섬제 십시에는 평양해가 말해. 준준의 소원은 시래. 개들줘서 연하니 달라매가 찾지. 개들줘서 매나니 달라매가 제 집행에서 손셔야지. 그래도 사이언티픽 리얼리스틱 차대요래. 전화와다 다 대기하는 공부셔라나 세네 쉬야이. 심수 맞춰체. 다 못준지. 다 야채 동토야. 죽준치도야. 대 공부셔래. We are same human being. Emotionally, mentally, physically. So on top of that, most of you also they follow of Buddha Shakyamuni. So according to my own experience, or even you see the rather I think Tibetan nation, when we are passing through difficult period, our spirit even becomes stronger if you keep right sort of understanding about the nature, about the reality. Even this tragedy may help to build our inner strength. So I'm quite sure Japanese people, after Second World War, a lot of destructions, many Japanese killed. Japanese brothers, sisters, never lost your self-confidence. In spite a lot of sort of suffering, difficulties, they never give up their hope and self-confidence. So, you Japanese people, you see, according to your past experience, now you are passing through some difficulties, including economic difficulties. You must keep your self-confidence. And instead of remind this tragedy, lost some of your friends, and always sort of reminds sad situation like that. Instead of that, now look forward. There's some time ago in Haiti, again, you see, the immense sort of earthquake happened. Over 100,000 people killed. At that time, I was in the west coast of America. I also used to express Haiti people. Now look forward and work hard with self-confidence. Now here, Japanese, as I mentioned earlier, you have the potential. Now work hard. Then also, now due to global warming, this kind of natural disaster may come often. So accordingly, you must prepare. And economic difficulties, due to economic difficulties, you have to think, examine sort of your way of life. There's no guarantee. Things are changing. You must look the new reality, and you must act according to that reality. So that I want to share with you. And also this is suppose examination, my English in front of some of these Englishmen. Thank you.
王様がそういうふうにおっしゃってましたですね、般若心経を10万回唱えたらですね、亡くなった御霊を安らかにするのに非常に効果があるというふうに言われましたので、それはチベット仏教ではおそらくそういうふうに考える伝統があるんでしょうね。ですからそれは般若心経は日本にもありますから、日本でもやはり般若心経を お唱えしてですね、亡くなった人たちの御霊を安らかにする、そういう追善法要を私たちもこれからもしたいと思います。やはりそれが立派なことを、立派な供養の方法をですね、ダライ・ラマ法皇様に教えていただいたというふうに思っています。
After the end of the service, His Holiness greets each monastic and participants. His Holiness never forgets to greet as many people as he can. He believes in the karmic forces that brings people together and shakes each hand with a firm, gentle shake.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Although the service ended, many people are still gathered in front of the Dharma Hall to see a glimpse of His Holiness. His Holiness slowly walks among the people as he smiles and waves. His Holiness is soon surrounded by people. All the participants are grateful for his presence.
You know as much as I do about His Holiness. Now, His Holiness' entire time is devoted to the well-being or welfare of human beings. So that means all of us, you and me, everybody else. So as soon as he gets up at about, say, 3:30 or so, that is when he begins his day. Until he goes to bed late, say about 6, 7 in the evening, he, devotes his time for the benefit of all of us. So to me, His Holiness has been inspirational, and he, as they say, and I know, he practices what he teaches. To be good, warm-hearted person, good to others, be kind to others, and be of help whenever there is a need. So he's always there to help others. So that is His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
After the 49th day prayer Dharma service, the BTN film crew met with the representative of the Liaison Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The Liaison Office is in charge of managing various issues related with His Holiness and the Tibetan Buddhism in East Asia. This special meeting was held in order to work out the specifics of the exclusive interview, which will be held the following morning.
それご告知にちょっと言ってください。
それから四十九日のための特別のお経も入ってます。
His Holiness greets us with a warm smile and enthusiasm.
I just asked him during North Korean sort of shelling, so things become quite tense. That moment. So just I asked him what he felt at the time.
His Holiness continues to convey his message of compassion to the world and smiles peacefully despite his busy and hectic schedule. Even during the preparation of the interview, he continued to smile warmly. We understand that you and the people of Dharamsala recited the Heart Sutra 100,000 times. Out of the many Buddhist sutras, is there any special reason you chose to recite the Heart Sutra?
When I heard tragedy here in Japan, northeast Japan, terrible. The three sort of tragedy continuously, one after another. Earthquake, tsunami, then this nuclear power, some damage due to that radioactive danger. So Japan, firstly, Buddhist country. Secondly, many people, many Japanese, I consider close friend, spiritual brothers, sisters like that. So when I heard that, I really felt a deep sort of sadness. But then the tragedy already happened. So nothing can be done. And pray, we recite that in Tibetan, and then also we request all the bigger monastery in India, monastery, nunnery in India, recite altogether over 100,000. So meantime, here, in, my Japanese friend, spiritual brothers, sisters, to them also I asked them, if possible, they also should recite as much as possible. Pray for two purposes. One, those people who passed away, who missing, who lost. So as a Buddhist, we have to pray for their next life. And then those people who remain, but their close friend lost, so they are very sort of mentally very sad. So we also pray for them. Then another purpose, try to pray for protect, not repeat that kind of sort of tragedy. Of course, there's no guarantee, but you see, usually we do that. Some tragedy happen, then you see we pray for as a preventive sort of measure like that. Usually, Buddhists who recite Heart Sutra and also some longer sort of sutra, the bigger one, quite often, see, when we face some unfortunate things, and also when we concerned people, they try to find the reincarnation of their previous teacher. Also, we recite Heart Sutra. Heart Sutra, of course, the Panchaparamita Sutra, there are many different sort of texts. Some are quite long, some are quite short. So then Heart Sutra, I think the realistic reason is many people can recite that by heart. Other bigger one, you see, you have to read. The Heart Sutra, like all the Panchaparamita Sutra, their main sort of point or main sort of teaching is the explanation or make clear the ultimate reality. That's shunyata. Direct translation is in English, usually you say emptiness, but that does not mean nothingness. When we develop anger, the enemy appears as an independent, absolute negative. Once we realize here no independent self, our feeling is wrong, distorted ignorance. Once we realize that, the self-centered attitude reduces. And then also enemy know enemy such absolute or independently existence? No. Due to many other factors, some negative activities happen. So that understanding, that awareness certainly reduce the intensity of anger and hatred. So that's the main sort of, as the point which Buddha mentioned in Panchaparamita Sutra. If you see that that person take sort of new birth, new body, I mean with sort of more grosser level of body, then intermediate state there. Every week, you see the change is their subtle body. So then after 7 weeks, they definitely take rebirth. Then that's the last day. Now to go another sort of destination like that. So either sort of take rebirth in sort of happier place or difficult place, or even like animal world or human world, or devas or gods and goddesses. There are many realms of God and goddesses there from the Buddhist viewpoint. So our life should utilize meaningful life, sensible life. That is, if you can help other, serve other, you should do. If not, at least restrain harming other. That's a meaningful life. Particularly at the time of death, you feel, oh, my life spent more meaningful way. Otherwise, too much cruelty to others, they exploit other, bully other, and go down, cheating other, lying other. Through that way, even you gain some money or some power, at the time of death, you really feel regret. My life spent more sort of harmful activities. No matter what external appearances, deep inside, that person won't get inner peace. So while we are alive, our daily life should be logical, meaningful, sensible, purposeful. That I believe more important. After that, there are a lot of sort of, a little bit sort of mysterious thing. But one thing I am quite sure, if you lead this very life, more meaningful life, that's the best guarantee your next life will be good. In a life, particularly human case, on the sort of religious basis, teacher and student themselves as a student of same teacher, there is some special connection because of the sort of the spiritual sort of common practitioner. This is one factor. Then ordinary level, family member, parent, children, brothers, sisters. So therefore, now although the experience, good or bad, due to one's own previous action, that's karma. However, on the three sort of categories, you have some special connection, either spiritual field or gene sort of a biological factor, or the same sort of the user of the money. Then someone facing some difficulties, they carry prayer for other sort of relative. Some level, some extent, some effect. And similarly, a parent passed away, the children pray for them. Or children sort of suffering, parent pray, some pray. You see some connection like that. And sort of the same sort of family member also, you see, pray for other one, some in some extent, some benefit. Then other Buddhists, of course, as I mentioned earlier, they follow our same teacher, Lord Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni. We all, irrespective of what sort of Sanskrit tradition or Pali tradition, or within Sanskrit tradition, this tradition or that tradition, but all we follow Lord Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. So pray for them. And then not only that, our Christians, Christian brothers sisters, and Islam brothers sisters, and some other Hindus and Jews like that, we also have one common thing. That is, we accept the deeper level of value, or level, little bit sort of mysterious level. So we all have some concept. So pray according to one's own tradition. It can help each other. Thank you very much. I was told some group in Korea, you're going to carry some sort of celebration about my birthday, 76th birthday. So I very much appreciate. Thank you. But then I always telling to my friend, as my friend, please pay more attention about the warm-heartedness, because your friend, the Buddhist, simple Buddhist monk, Dalai Lama, his main practice, main concern is try to increase the human compassion, human affection. So please, my friend, think about that, because you see, you consider the friend of me, friend of Dalai Lama. So that's the best birthday gift. Whether believer or non-believer, whether believe this religion or that religion, that is secondary question. Important is we are same human being. I am a human being. We all mentally, emotionally, physically same. We all want happy life. We all have the right to achieve happy life till our death. So the ultimate source of happiness is self-confidence, inner strength. So inner strength, self-confidence come from warm-heartedness. The Dalai Lama institution started, I think 15th century, 15th century, around the 15th century, Dalai Lama institution started, or 15th or 16th century. In any way, about 600 years ago. Then next, 4 Dalai Lamas, first Dalai Lama, second Dalai Lama, third Dalai Lama, fourth Dalai Lama, purely spiritual leader, no temporal power, no political leader, not political leader. Then fifth Dalai Lama, because of this certain circumstances, now he also, you see, carry the both sort of the responsibility, spiritual field as well as the temporal field. Now about 4 centuries past. Now we are 21st century. I think democracy system everywhere, blossoming, or say flourishing. That's, as I mentioned earlier, best way to govern the country by the people. 2001, we achieved a political leadership through election. Since then, my position is semi-retired position. Now 10 years passed. During this period, you see, it's quite clear, small refugee community in free world, they're quite mature about democratic system, democratic idea. Retirement means here, retirement from Dalai Lama-ship, no. My karma made me as a 14th Dalai Lama till my death. There is no sort of possibility to resign from Dalai Lama-ship. So now I return the 4 original Dalai Lama, purely spiritual responsibility, no political, no temporal power. So I feel as a day, actually I feel very happy. Now I actually sort of implement the democratization of highest level. So I'm very happy and handed over all the political legitimate authority to the elected political leadership. I really voluntarily I did that. So I'm very happy. Voluntarily, happily, proudly, now I return truly simple Buddhist monk. So rest of my life devoted serving for humanity in order through promotion of warm-heartedness. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. And perhaps, hopefully, although we are a small community, but I think hopefully we showed some other people 4-century-old institution can change voluntarily. So other concerned people, I think, may learn some sort of lesson from Tibetan practice. That's my hope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
After gently putting the qatar around our necks, His Holiness smiles and greets us warmly as he leaves hurriedly for his next appointment. With the great suffering created through this unexpected disaster, and as darkness looms over people's heart, His Holiness gives us hope with his message of compassion and peace. His Holiness teaches us that through compassion, people can find peace in their heart.
世界中がだんだん仲良くしていく、仲良くしながらこれから先人類がちゃんと生き延びていくためにどうしたらいいかということを考える必要がある。でそのためのいい機会という話をしていただいたし、それからあとこうやってお祈りしていただいて非常に嬉しく思っています。
自信も喪失し、希望も今失いかけている時なんですよ。その時にね、仏教のね指導者であるダライラマ法が日本へ来てね、法要をしていただいたということはね、本当にありがたいことなんですね。
His Holiness shows us that suffering can be healed by helping each other. Following the teachings of the Buddha, His Holiness continues to spread the message of peace and compassion to the world.